Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is going to be another random read for another random sign. We won't know for who until at the end of the reading. Going to be using the jar to figure out exactly who the reading is for. As always, thanks to those people who be liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. Oh man, in the last video I forgot to tell you, hey, thank y'all who be donating. Thank you. I very much appreciate y'all. You know, somebody sent me a message one day on Cash App and said, it's not much, but it's what I got. And I was like, man, I wish I could have messaged you back and said, thank you. I still appreciate it. It don't matter if you drop 50 cents in the bag. Hey, I appreciate it. You ain't have to get none of that. You ain't even have to be here to view the content. So I'm always appreciative. Thank you. Believe it. You send me $1, 50 cents. I'm sending you a heart because I love you. Thank you. I'm a Capricorn. You send me money. You love me. In my mind, I'm just messing. All right, so let's see what the overall energy is. There we go. Nothing is set in stone, so this is having to go with the flow. You know, there's a storm inside. There's a storm brewing, but nothing is set in stone. So it's like, I get it kind of like it's a building energy. What is that? King of Pentacles. Okay, working on stability, trying to get somewhere. Where are we trying to get? Contemplating. Okay. What are we contemplating? Oh. Okay. And... okay. Okay, so nothing is set in stone. You're going with the flow of this. So you come in trying to get control of something here. Could be an Aries. Could be Aries energy here. But I got 2 kings on the board, and I got an emperor. All right. So this is masculine energy, even if you're female. There's a lot of masculine energy going on here. I'm getting a lot of egos because one person is focused on maybe a family, and the other person... okay, so someone's focused on their money. Someone's focused on the stability of something. Focused on the stability of either the family or a relationship. It's probably a family, you know what I mean? Maybe the kids. All right, but this is actually having you guys kind of stagnant. The situation is calling for you guys to kind of like sit and like observe or sit and like try to get an understanding of what's going on. All right, this has to do with a relationship that there's conflict in. Okay, so you might need to make a decision on whether to walk away, but nothing is set in stone. So that's why you guys are focusing on right now. There's a fiery climax that's coming. So there's going to be some type of communication that's coming. That's your conflict. This was your advice. It's letting you know. It's like giving you awareness that this is going to be a conflict here. This 2 of Cups situation. It's going to be a conflict. All right. Someone might win. Someone might lose. It's going to be an energy of was this worth the fight? All right. And so there's a fiery climax that approaches. And when this card shows up, there's always a need for you guys to tone it down. Aries energy always requires you to cool it, not to be impulsive. So it's asking you to cool it down. Be aware that there's a lot of emotions in this situation. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of anger or frustration. You need to be aware. There's an energy of the 9 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Wands in reverse, which lets me know that there's a worrying about the appearance to other people. There's a dissatisfaction. You know, if someone feels like this isn't enough, like there's not enough, you know, either there's not enough resources or that there's not enough to go around. You know, they're just not completely happy with the situation. You know, it's like they're worried about how others are perceiving the situation. So one person is focused on money and the other person is focused on children or focused on something of sense, like some type of level of stability or some type, I'm getting like some type of level of stability, long-termness, you know, because the Emperor could represent long-term abundance, but long-term, like anything long-standing, you know, my way or the highway type of thing. So there's an energy of that. And this King of Wands in reverse is always someone who's a bit misunderstood. So there's like a misunderstanding of desires, of wants. There's being a misunderstanding of this. And so there's a fear, because we got karma. So there's a fear of either other people being involved, like a third person party, or there's a fear of repeating the same karmic patterns, like repeating the same cycles, doing the same thing over again. All right. And so someone's just kind of worried about how other people are going to perceive the situation. And that's what's going to bring the conflict up. That's the energy I'm getting, you know, and the energy of like, it's because this whole row gives me it's 5 of wands, which is inner conflict in reverse, because 5 of wands in reverse. That's inner conflict that hasn't been dealt with or hasn't been expressed outwardly to other people. And then there's this feeling of feeling misunderstood, the King of Wands in reverse. All right, so you're feeling misunderstood, and it has to do with a fear or a worry about how others will perceive you because of like karmic past or karmic situations that you've had before, or lessons that you've already learned, and it's a fear of like repeating them. It's like, I've already been down this path, I'm not going to do this again, you know. And so the argument may be something like that, something similar of that, but what you guys are focusing on is like, it's like a quiet moment. It might not even be no communication, and what it's telling you is don't let your past hold you back. So now it's starting to become clear to me. What I'm getting is this: the things that happened in the past are what's actually like you might be projecting on what's going on right now. All right. So I'm getting that the inner conflict that you're having, you know, and this misunderstanding that you're having is because you haven't really expressed the thoughts that you have. It's like you're focused more on like ignoring the situation and kind of just going with the flow. It's a storm. See, these are rough waves. These are very rough waves. And in times of that, you got to be calm. You know what I mean? You can't. So I always give this analogy to my friends when they're like jumping off the deep end. So if I am the captain of a ship, and the waves are big like this, if I start losing my mind, right, when the waves get big, if you hear me, oh my gosh, the waves are so big, oh my gosh, I've never seen them this big, you as a passenger would all of a sudden think, oh my gosh, I'm not safe. What should I do here? Should I become the captain? Because this guy does not know what he's doing, or this woman does not know what she's doing, you know? So it's that energy here that I'm getting, you know. You're needing to, and it's because the advice is kind of like, it's almost like weathering the storm, you know what I mean? Not blowing your top, playing it cool, going with the flow. Nothing is set in stone. The way that you're feeling is not, you know, it's subject to change, because this is a storm. This is water. It can change in the blink of an eye, you know. So it's telling you that the way that you're feeling is subject to change. This is a 9 of cups in reverse, right? This is dissatisfaction in terms of like emotional. It's not a fulfillment. It wasn't what you expected it to be. It's not what you hoped it to be. You know, it's not the feeling of being satisfied. You're dissatisfied pretty much, you know? And it's saying, don't let your past hold you back, because what you're focusing on is how it once went before, you know? And this isn't how it goes. You're focusing on past betrayals, situations that have happened to you before, and you're worrying about them repeating again. And it's letting you know that's why you're having the inner turmoil, because you're allowing your past experiences to hold you back. All right. It's just the energy of like not being able to get what you want, you know, because you're being misunderstood. The way that you're going about it seems a bit pushy, a bit arrogant, you know, a bit selfish, like you only care for yourself, or like you're only focused on what it is that you want. If it's not you, then it's the person that you're dealing with, or the situation that you're dealing with. You know, so there's the energy of you needing to weather the storm and play it cool. You've already learned these lessons. Don't let the past hold you back. All right. The conflict is asking you to kind of like dissolve this, to play this conflict down, like to play it cool. You know, this is temporary. 9 of Cups is a temporary card. This may not last long, but you will need to weather out the storm. That's what the advice is, by playing it cool, recognizing that this is a fiery moment, that there's going to be a passionate moment that's going to be very like, it could be heated. It's a heated argument where 2 egos could be involved, and someone may not want to back down, because the 5 of Swords usually means that, like a win at all costs. All right. And so there's the energy of someone not wanting to back down, and it's telling you, cool your jets, you know, be the calm in the storm, be the rock, you know, that doesn't bend. I don't know. But you know what, you get what I'm saying. That's where the inner tension is coming from, because you're not expressing the desire that you truly want to express out of fear of what's already happened to you. But you've already learned those karmic lessons. You can trust in yourself now. So let's get you some more advice. Okay, I'm so glad I only gave you 2. All right, personal power. This is your solar plexus. It's telling you release and flow. Release and flow, okay? Tension, just like I said, this is Five of Swords, Five of Wands energy. Come on, man. Tension. This is where your personal power is laying and recognizing this. So it says release. And you might feel like you have nothing else, nothing left to give in this situation. And it's telling you, I nurture myself. That's the positive affirmation you should be telling yourself, is that you know how to nurture yourself. You might feel like you have nothing else to give or you have nothing left, but it's saying you nurture yourself. It says, dear one, it's time to settle a It says, dear one, it's time to settle. Create a safe space where you can be. In this place of rest, healing will unfold. So that's why I told you. I was just telling you with the Nine of Cups, it's temporary energy. Ride it out. All right, so then we got flow. And it says, you might be thinking, why are things such a struggle? And what it's saying is, you are in the flow. That's what you should be using as your positive affirmation. I am in the flow, right? And so it says, take a breath, dear one, and allow yourself to feel the flow of life through you. Release your need to do and just be. That's your advice. This is solar plexus. This is personal power. This is finding your place in the world. Strength, knowing your value. All right? Believing in yourself. Believing in yourself. All right? So don't let your past hold you back, because you've already learned these lessons. Karma in reverse indicates that you've already learned these lessons. You already understand the value of these, this is plutonic energy. All right? So this has to do with like, this conflict. Look, conflict came out again. And then we have gratitude. All right, so we'll get to that in a second. But where was I going? Conflict, right? This was I talking about conflict? I'm sorry, y'all. I got lost for a second. I got this Sagittarius, this Mercury in Sagittarius, and I get lost sometimes in my thoughts. It's really expansive. It's like so many ideas. I just kind of grab from them and then I just bring them out. But anyway, I lost that thought. I'm sorry, y'all. But hopefully you was catching where I was going with that. So this is what we got. Feelings, which you have suppressed for a very long time, are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants to do. This is the primary cause of stress in your life. That's your conflicts. All right, your Five of Swords, your Five of Wands. This is your conflicts. This is your Knight of Wands in reverse, feeling misunderstood, not able to express yourself in a way and get what you want or get what you desire. All right. So it says, we, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you would love, not what you think you should do. All right. And then your last card, bottom of the deck, says gratitude. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone who you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. That was a good one. I wonder who you helped out. All right, so let's see who this reading is for. Let me see. If I had to guess, I'm going to go with Cancer. I'm going to say it's a Cancer. We're going to see. Aries. Okay. So, Aries, this was your reading. Thanks for watching. This is your boy, Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house.